Hey guys, today in this video I want to talk about the Yuexiao E and a really cool innovation that it has that I'm excited to share with you guys and that I've been wanting to share with you for a long time. This here, what I have is a prototype version which I got when I was in the factory, in Moyu's factory. Now, I'm not entirely sure that the production version is going to be exactly the same. Now, there's certainly going to be a few small modifications, but I'm sure that the design that I want to share with you is definitely present in the production version, and it's really cool. So you might have heard that it has adjustable magnet strength. Now, looking at it really fast, you can see like it's got something in here with the magnet. It looks like some plastic around it, and you might immediately think that it's kind of like GAN, in the way that, you know, you take it and then you'd have a spare magnet and you just like stick it through and you'd have a different strength of magnet. Now, that design I think is cool because it allows you to change the magnets, but GAN's, the typical GAN style, you have to lug around a bunch of spare parts if you ever want to change it, and that's really annoying, and you can easily lose one, and so on and so forth. Now, what Moyu had done in the past was they innovated the design where you could change the strength of the spring without the need for any spare parts. You just had to have this tool that would just change it and change the spring strength. Now that's kind of the same idea as what they've done with the Yuexiao E. So what you have here is a magnet, and what's cool about it is that you can change the strength of the magnet not by taking a spare part and putting it in, but simply by changing its position. So here you have the magnet, and right now it's in the inner position. But you can change it, so right now this is the light magnet position, but now just by doing that, I've moved it over here, and what that does is that it changes it to a slightly stronger magnet. So without the need for any spare parts, with a simple little click here like that on every little magnet, you can change the cube from having light magnets to heavy magnets. Now let's go look at the mechanism and see how that works. Alright, so after fumbling for about 5 minutes to try to get these apart, I was able to get the caps off of the edge pieces and off of the corner pieces. So those caps are hard to take off, they won't come off during solves, but if you take them off, you can see how this inner magnet mechanism works. So the corners, just as a standard magnetic cube, have fixed magnets in there, and they do have slots, so they're not going to come out. And these edges here have some plastic inserts which have the magnets in them. So you can even take these out of the edge here, and you can see that there's a magnet which is on another plastic insert which can slide back and forth in position. Now I'm going to put this back in here, and I'm going to put this magnet here to the top position. So now it's at the bottom position, now I'll just slide it up to the top position like that. Now what happens when you put the edge next to the corner where it normally is, if it's at the up position, the magnets are perfectly aligned, and so this magnet here in the edge and the magnet in the corner line up perfectly, and so we're going to get the maximum amount of strength out of it, the maximum attachment, I guess. Now what happens when you move the magnet down, what it does is that it makes the magnets a little bit further from each other. So when I put them here, it's really hard to see in this, but you can see that this magnet is a little higher than this one, and so what it does is that there's less attachment, there's less force, and you can feel that just by doing this. So if I do this, I can see that it slides. I can feel a magnetic force, but it's not that strong. And then when I do this, I can see that there's a really big difference because the magnets are simply closer together, and so the strength of the magnets is stronger. So that's it. A very simple design that allows you to change the magnet strength simply by touching the edge, just like this. Right now it's at the inner position, so it's at the lighter magnets. Now it's the outer position, so I can get stronger magnets. And this is a new feature which is present on the Yuexiao E and EDM versions. It's currently in production. I'm not entirely sure when it'll be released, but it's going to be a pretty exciting cube. The prototype is very cool. There's going to be a few changes made, but in any case, I'm going to be looking forward to seeing what this cube is going to be like when we get the final production version. I hope that you enjoyed this video, I hope it was educational, and I hope that you're pretty pumped about this because I think that the magnet design is really cool, and it's really something unique, and I think that Moyi has done a great job doing this innovation with the magnets, just like it did with the adjustable spring strengths, and I can't wait to see what comes up in the future.